So this band got started originally about 11 years ago, and it was 3 guys. The name of the band at that time was GTR, and I was trying to play drums, I was trying to play guitar, but I had a couple buddies that played guitar and drums, so I got put into the bass position, and we started jamming and started playing out. After several years and several different iterations of that band, we end up where we are now with a more versatile and well-oiled machine that you see now, Platinum. A group of musicians that can do pretty much any kind of music, and some who are funny and some who are not.
I got a message one time, I think it was on Craigslist or something.
It was MySpace.
It was not MySpace, I know that much. And asked me if I would like to come out and audition. And I'd been in a band in Colorado for a long, long time and was kind of looking for the right thing. We had one rehearsal, and from there I was sold. They really challenged me, actually, to do music that I would have never considered doing before. You know, I'm not like Bruno Mars and CeeLo Green, but those are some of the songs that I really love to play now, have a great time doing, and never thought that I would be doing that type of music. I was like jazz before, easy listening jazz, a little bit of dance. These guys are a lot of dance and zero jazz. We try to play current hits and classic hits. So, you know, when you hear them, the kind of stuff that you want to dance to. Everything from R&B, top 40, a smidge of country, you know, danceable music. We do some slow music too, but we really like to keep our audience up and dancing, having a good time.
Okay, you guys will definitely know this song, and you will want to dance, okay?
Oh
Guarantee
yeah.
it.
Oh yeah. We come together once or twice a month to rehearse, to add new songs, to touch up and clean up other songs and maybe add some new element to our show. But because the band that I'm in with these talented musicians, they typically don't need much rehearsal time. I spend a lot of time at home rehearsing myself just so I'm ready and can keep pace with them when we do rehearse and play out. But in terms of getting together as a band to rehearse, that's pretty difficult sometimes for us. So we rely on our individual practice and just the professionalism and experience that we have, you know, banked between the 5 of us to really get by and perform well.
Our band practices are pretty fun, and we joke, we laugh a lot. And I think as musicians, if you can't laugh and have a good time together, you really don't mesh, and that shows on stage. So for us, you know, our rehearsals pretty much end in gum on the microphone, or, you know, sometimes I retaliate and I've put gum on the lid of a drink that I borrowed, just a sip of, and sent them home.
And now to our top story.
All right, I'm going to introduce the band, all right? So here we go. I'm going to start with the blonde bombshell to my left on the keyboards. She's got a doctorate from Juilliard School of Music. Give it up for Jilly Bean on the keyboards, everybody. Jilly Bean! And next but not least, the man with the fastest fingers of Phoenix. He used to give Eddie Van Halen private guitar lessons back in the 80s, everybody. Give it up for the man who has his own religion, the religion of the guitar. The Pope, Mr. Pope on the guitar, Mike Pope. And the man behind me with the bald head, he and I share one half of one brain. We are the rhythm section of this band, the Platinum Band, with the mind-numbing, spine-rattling, bone-crushing percussion rhythms. Give it up for Biggs! Hold on, to my left, our lead singer. Do you guys know her name? You probably don't. This gal is professionally trained. She used to be the third component of Milli Vanilli. Give it up for CeeLo!
And let's not forget R. Kelly. He's straight from Poland and trains polar bears. And on the side, plays one bad bass. All right, give it up for R. Kelly.
No, don't you dare.
So that's really the band right there.
Shut up and dance with me.
So hey, I grew up playing the trumpet, which didn't pay off for me, obviously. I had a buddy that gave me an acoustic guitar they bought at a at a pawn shop when I was 30. And I started trying to play that, and it didn't really go that well either. So that's why I play the bass, because it's the easiest instrument to play, and I can sit in the back and get away with not really being a musician, unlike everybody else in this band.
I got into music because it was in my blood, it's in my family's blood. Everybody from, birth on my dad's side of the family, they're musicians, opera singers, country singers. It's always been a part of my life, so from the earliest age, we used to sit around and sing, and we've never stopped, I guess. When music is in your blood, there's really nothing else that will curb that appetite. You have to get out on stage. Karaoke doesn't quite do it. It's like the beginning steps. But when it's in your blood, you have to get on stage and perform and sing. We rarely perform at public gigs, but we do have a pretty steady public gig. It's once every month, 2-3 months at Va Bene, which is in Phoenix. Other than that, we do mostly private parties, weddings, corporate parties, fundraisers, summer concert series. What I love about performing truly is the whole experience. I mean, obviously I love to sing. I like real music that has great vocals, but I also like to see people enjoying themselves. If I couldn't do that, I wouldn't have fun unless I was having fun with everybody else in the band. And I got that going for me because these guys are awesome.
I don't enjoy putting a band together. I enjoy being in a band like what we have now, where you've got a group of kindred souls that enjoy the same type of music, don't bring drama to the fold, just enjoy being around each other, performing together, have like-minded aspirations in terms of how much they want to play, where they want to play, what kind of music they want to play, and all in all, just having a good time together. If you've ever visited a city like Austin or Nashville, or you've been downtown in New York City, you've been to bars and restaurants, you've been to community events in other large, thriving cities, they usually have a strong music scene. And so I think it's extremely important for cities to be proponents of local talent, local music, and give them a venue to play. It brings community together, it gives artists a chance to highlight their skills, and it gives everybody an opportunity to get to know each other as a community and just have a good time. My goal personally as a performer is to have the audience actually think that I know what I'm doing and to just have a great time doing it, and for them to kind of feed off that and have a good time themselves. So the other part of it is being able to interface and interact with my bandmates and just feed off that energy and drive positive flowing energy through the room wherever we're playing. In terms of bands that play originals, all originals versus cover bands like us, being an original band is a very difficult racket because your music is typically unknown and it's kind of hard for the general public to access. So if you're going to play at an event, whether it's a community event, a private party, a wedding, a corporate event, those types of bands don't really get those types of opportunities very often because the music they're playing, again, is kind of foreign to the public, whereas we're available for anything and everything. We haven't committed ourselves to writing any originals. I'm sure we could if we put our minds to it, but that's just not what this band is really made out to do and what we're trying to accomplish. We all have busy personal lives. We all have families. We all have full-time jobs outside of this. This is not our money-making career. This is a hobby that we do because we enjoy entertaining. And the second it turns into work for us, I think we're all on the same page that that's when it's no longer fun, and we probably will stop doing it. But for now, it's fun, it's a hobby, we enjoy it, and the crowd seem to love us. What advice should I give somebody that wants to start a band and do something similar to what Platinum does, or any other cover band does? I guess the first thing is learn your instrument, learn your trade, and then find open mic nights, potentially at bars, restaurants. Find other musicians that are looking for instrumentalists or vocalists that are in your line, and find a way to introduce yourself, maybe in an open mic night. Suggest a jam session. There's several websites that help musicians find musicians. It's a struggle. It's a struggle to find like-minded people and to keep like-minded people together for a long duration of time. but it just takes a lot of perseverance and a love for, you know, the game, essentially.
I think it's very important to have music in your communities. It brings your neighbors together and it helps you guys get to know each other, and you know, it really gives you time to just relax, let loose, and unwind and hear local music and become fans and follow, we hope.
So if you want to learn more about Platinum Band AZ, you can check us out on MySpace. Just kidding, that no longer exists. You can look us up on Facebook. Just search for Platinum Band AZ, or you can go to platinumbandaz.com, our website. Later, Gator.
Guys, thank you so much for having us tonight, for coming out tonight. We really appreciate it. We had fun with all of you. Sleep tight. Good night, guys.